Hey, this is Mike. I'm working on the Not Daddy's rear end. We are in spring, mid-May here. Here's the rear end. It's been at the gear shop for quite a while. They had some troubles getting the proper lash or whatnot, but that's why I sent it out. So the next step we're going to do is we're going to talk about this little bugger here. That is the plug that goes in there. Now if you look, the top of it, I've cleaned it out. It's magnetic, so it catches any debris that comes out of the rear end, which is okay to a small amount. But when you change the rear end, when you go through this much trouble to change the gears, all the seals, everything, you want to make sure that you've got this all cleaned out. So I kind of zipped up the sides a little bit, and I've also filled it up. Another really important thing to note, Ford has a friction modifier. Comes in a small container like that. Highly recommend any posi rear end you put that in first. In this case we use some of the Royal Purple 75-140 max gear. Now, another important thing too is I bought three containers, excuse me. And I put in two, and it started to come out of the hole. What I did do though is I put the cover back in, the thing, set it down, and then I turned it over by hand for quite a while and let it sit. And so after two, when it appeared full, it wasn't. So I put in actually a whole nother half of a bottle of this, and now it's gonna go up the sides like this, up and down the sides. Over here you'll notice that's the overflow. So even if you put in a little too much, when the car starts to run, it'll come out of that. Alright, so make sure you turn it over by hand quite a few times like this. I've got it tilted back because I just topped it off and took that out. So make sure when you fill it up, add the two, let it sit. If it's still in the car, just turn the back wheels a little bit and let it sit, and then I'm sure you'll find room for another half quart. You just don't want to do this the wrong way. The next step I also did was I polished those out for the spherical bearings, and then of course once I get all that buttoned up, I'm going to just quickly sand this whole thing down and paint it, and I'll give you updates. More to come on the Not Daddy's Mustang.